New Blackshirts walk off the practice with Damian and Garrett. I guess what did they do to earn that on?
Obviously Garrett's done a good job. You get on the field a lot more, and being a Blackshirt is about more than just performing on Saturday. And I think Coach Frost and the staff felt like those guys were deserving. They do things the right way on the practice field, off the field, on game day, taking over a little bit of a leadership role, so those guys were deserving of it.
So to be clear, who got the black shirts?
Damian Jackson and Garrett Nelson.
What was their reaction to that? I mean, it's kind of
they were in their lockers, so I didn't really get to see what their reaction was. But I think they were pretty happy when they came on the practice field.
Obviously, Damian's leadership qualities are well known, but Garrett being a young guy, is that surprising that he was able to kind of elevate to that platform?
Yeah, I think everybody just sees the way that he goes about his business. Everybody sees the way that he practices, the way he works, and obviously we don't want a ton of leaders by example, because that's not really a thing. That's just doing things the right way. But he does everything the right way, and he's going to be keep elevating himself into a leadership role.
What are the added challenges as a defense when you're going against a team like Wisconsin that's number one in the country in time of possession? How does that factor into what you guys do?
Yeah, I mean they do a great job, scheming their offense for what they have. They have really big all linemen. They got good tight ends and fullbacks, and they got some good receivers in the perimeter. So they make you earn everything. They earn everything. They don't do anything stupid with the football. I think they do a tremendous job of coaching that group up. And then obviously they got a first round draft pick running back. So stopping the run is of utmost importance right now.
Against them, is there any extra pressure for every single guy to do their job because of how well they do what they do?
I think when Bill Belichick came out and talked about do your job, right? Some people kind of bought in, other people kind of laughed, and everybody do your job. That's what it is. Everybody do your job. If everybody did their job every play on defense, we probably win 3 more games. And I'm sure it's the same way on offense and special teams. But everybody needs to do their job every play. In this type of game, everybody needs to play in their gap. Everybody needs to execute, or that guy gets a crack this big and she's over. So everybody's got to do their job every play. It's not just Wisconsin. It's every single game, and we've seen that come to fruition in 3 football games so far. But obviously this week it's critical.
How does their running back, Jonathan Taylor, compare with some of the running backs you guys have seen so far this year?
I think there's some different types of guys in the Big Ten, but he's really, really good. I mean, he's physical. He's a little different. He's not going to do a bunch of dancing. He's going to get himself cut. He's going to be patient with the blocking scheme. He's going to find the hole, and then he's going to run you over in the open field if you're not ready to make a big boy tackle.
The quarterback cone and just the passing game in general. Obviously, a lot of attention goes to the run game, but what kind of challenges do they present through the air?
Yeah, I think anytime that you have a running back and a run scheme like they have, guys start creeping up in the box. Guys start getting their eyes a little miscued because everybody's so worried about stopping the run, and that opens up the pass game a little bit. Obviously, Cone's done a really good job. With the passing scheme that they have, he's made some good decisions. He's thrown a couple picks, but for the most part, he's made good decisions. Checked the ball down when it's supposed to be checked down. He's made some big throws when he's had to. But I think he's done a good job, and he's improved every game.
How much were you able to get out and recruit during the bye week? Did you have a lot of that?
Yeah, with us having 2 bye weeks, it seemed like we weren't out that much, but we were because we had to split the days. You only get X amount of days. It's not like just because you're in a bye week you get to be out. It's X amount of days for the NCAA. So I was able to be out, a good amount, as was our whole staff.
You guys put out some junior college offers on the way too. Can you maybe just describe, especially on your side of the ball, what you're looking for when you're offering a junior college defender and what goes into it?
We're looking for guys that can help us right now. So we're not recruiting junior college guys that have to sit on the bench for a year or 2 years and then wait their turn. We want guys that can help us right now if we're going to take some junior college guys. And obviously you got to put out a few more offers than what you can take, just because everybody wants those guys and they're going to have 5 to 20 options. So you got to put out a few more, but we want guys that can help us immediately. You can get in here hopefully in December. Some of those guys are out in May, but hopefully get in here in December, help us in spring ball and be ready to go in the fall.
Is it kind of those defensive ends, pass rusher types corners that you guys lost some depth.
Yeah,
on.
we've got some of those guys. We've got some inside linebackers, some defensive backs, some D linemen. We've got a little bit of everything right now. We're looking for guys that can come in and make an impact on the program.
I know we ask about this every week, but with only being 3 or 4 games left in the season, is there more guys available to you on the defensive side of the ball, redshirt, freshmen?
Yeah, I think just about a good percentage of them are available for 3, if not 2 or 1 games right now.
With the defensive line in particular, with guys like Jakeem Green, Ty Robinson,
Yep.
are those guys that you see maybe making more of an impact here down the stretch?
Yeah, and I think right now, Jakeem and Ty and Casey Rogers and those guys are taking a lot of reps with the 1s and 2s, and we've got to kind of figure out at the end of the week who can function the best, who perform the best, and who's ready to play in a game like this.
What's been the thought processes in playing them down the home stretch? Has it been kind of physically getting them ready, or is it more of a mental thing?
Well, it's kind of a little bit of both, and also, you'd like to play them in some games where you're up by a whole bunch, and we didn't have a whole bunch of those to play. Get them a little experience, and then get them some reps down the home stretch, but also with the way we were so top heavy in the 1 deep and 1.5 deep, if there were some injuries, we had to save some of those guys just to make sure that we were, kind of CYA'd at the end of the year. But I think those guys are coming along pretty good.
All good?
Yes.
Thanks, guys.